I'm going to talk about two of the hobbies that I've recently joined up and looking into more. The first one is stock market manipulation. This is a very big issue in modern society today. The things that I'm more interested in is the companies that have caused stock market manipulation, such as Enron back in the early 2000s, Waste Management. Those are all companies that I have enjoyed reading into and seeing what they have done wrong, what they've done incorrectly, why they did it, and for what reasons. The reasoning behind like the Enron case was to hyperinflate their stock. The Waste Management was to falsely accuse depreciation on their dumpsters that they had across the country. These are all things that have occurred in the past, and the government has put in regulations that don't allow this anymore. Right now, there's stock market manipulation going on within our government that is causing our accounts to be negative. Last 2 years, everyone's gotten 20 to 25, 30, 40% returns on all their accounts, and everyone loved it. Now I'm getting calls every day saying, "Why is my account down? Why am I doing so poorly?" Well, in the past, in all of history, the average market return has been 8 to 9%, and that's just what it has been, not the 25 up. So the market's self correcting right now, but there's concerns of manipulation going on that I've read through probably not so common websites, so who knows how trustworthy they are. But there's stock market manipulation with the government just printing money and dumping it in the market. That money's not worth anything. So what's the stock worth if you government dumps billions of dollars in Ford and it shoots it up to $22.34, which is what it closed at today? Um, that so you're putting fake money on a stock that's going up for no reason. So what's the point of investing in it when it's going to crash when the economy crashes? Probably in the next 12 to 18 months. The next big thing that I've been really interested in since I started my job in the banking career is compliance issues through HIMDA, Reg B, and all these other sorts. We have had issues with our underwriters about compliance issues. So how do we fix those? Those are just things you read on, like how can we make this go faster? And I do this in my off time, and I kind of mention it to my boss here and there because I'm not a supervisor and I have no authority to say anything, first of all. But it's just like, how do we fix this? Do we hire another employee? Do we hire someone that oversees us and makes sure A to Z steps are getting done before we go to closing, or make sure our earlies get out, or our APR is correct, or our ERLAs are out correctly, or our appraisal notices? Where this is just an issue that has turned into a career, but has turned into a hobby outside of work, which is kind of disturbing because after 5 o'clock you shouldn't work. That's just me. But there's just situations where it's interesting to see what has caused these compliance issues, not just at the job currently, but from the 2008 stock market crash. Pre 2008, you could write a check for a house and not even have the be qualified for a loan yet because you're going to get qualified no matter what. And your word was your bond back then. Now you got to go through an appraisal because people are building homes and just getting the exterior done, saying the house is worth $600,000 and there's nothing on the inside. So technically, it's only worth 100 with just the wood and the siding and the windows. So there's a reason why compliance happens, and it's kind of interesting to see the history behind why all this stuff is happening today. As we just got our report for this last year, and through the whole bank, we did 473 or four loans just in the York office for houses. And that's not including our 45 other locations in 36 communities across the state. It's just amazing how much the market is going on right now, back to the manipulation, how anybody can get a loan for anything. So a lot of people are scared that interest rates with being so low, there's going to be another 2008 that's going to happen. And this is something that has caused a major problem within the bank of we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Same in the ag community. Corn closed, I think, at 532 today, maybe a little higher. Beans are over 12, but input cost 12 months ago anhydrous was $400 a ton. Now it's up to 1400, if not higher. It's just a market we're in, and it has caused these two hobbies that I've liked to read upon, which probably are weird, but hey, we go along with it all day, every day. It's a bridge that I crossed, and the bridge collapsed, so I can't turn around. Other than that, don't do much else with life. Just live.